They never tried to quiet me because I was weak. They tried to quiet me because I was strong. Because what I'm about to share with you is not safe. Not safe for the lies. Not safe for the traps. Not safe for the illusions that keep men small. Listen, this message isn't dangerous to you. It's dangerous to the world that profits from your confusion. The second a man hears this, and it sinks deep into his bones, something changes forever. He doesn't turn bitter. He doesn't turn cold. He turns awake. And when a man wakes up, everything shifts, seeing what you never saw. The games you used to fall for, you start to see them. The silence she used to use to make you chase, now you see the trap. The mood swings that made you feel like the weather was controlling you. You don't react anymore, because you know now your peace is not for sale. You don't need her approval like it's oxygen. And when she feels that shift, when she feels her grip slipping, she starts to panic. Not with screams, not with words, but deep inside. Because the script she trusted no longer works on you. The leash is broken. The twist. And here's the twist most men miss. This isn't about women at all. It's about you. It's about the man you are when no one's watching. Because once you see through the games, you start seeing through all the games. The games at work, the games in society, the games your own mind plays on you. And when you stop reacting to every trick, every trap, every test, you become something rare, something unshakable, the power of silence. The greatest power isn't noise, it's silence. Not silence from fear, not silence from weakness, but silence from strength. The man who doesn't beg, the man who doesn't explain himself over and over, the man who doesn't chase approval like a starving dog. That man is magnetic. He doesn't need to convince anyone. His presence alone speaks. When he walks into a room, the room shifts. Not because he's flashy, not because he's perfect, but because his energy is grounded, still, solid. Presence versus performance. Listen carefully. You don't need a six-pack. You don't need endless achievements. You don't need to perform like a circus act. What touches her, what touches anyone, is presence. Not performance, not pressure, presence. Presence is eye contact that doesn't shake, breath that doesn't rush, a man rooted in who he is. That is what makes people lean in. That is what makes chaos settle down. That is what builds trust. Boundaries equals value. Let me tell you the truth. You teach people how to treat you. If you allow disrespect, you are training them that it's okay. If you stay when they cross the line, you are teaching them there is no line. That is not love. That is captivity. But when you draw the line, clear, firm, calm, something happens. Respect is born. Respect is the soil where love can actually grow. Walking away. Sometimes the most powerful words a man can speak are no words at all. You don't slam doors, you don't throw tantrums, you don't write novels at 2 a.m. You walk away, not because you don't care, but because you do. You care about your peace, your mission, your sanity. And in that silence, they finally see themselves. They finally feel the emptiness of their own actions. Purpose over approval. You weren't born to orbit someone's moods. You weren't born to beg for attention. You weren't built to be addicted to scraps of affection. You were built for more, a mission, a legacy, a life that outlives you. That's why men with direction are magnetic. Because a man with direction cannot be dominated. He is already spoken for by his vision, by his future, by his purpose. Evolution. When she pulls away, you don't crumble. When life throws storms, you don't fold. You keep building, you keep moving, you keep rising, because you are no longer fueled by her gaze. You are fueled by your own fire. And here's the secret. That fire, it draws everything you once chased. Not because you begged for it, but because you became it. The blueprint. You are not the backup plan. You are the blueprint. Let them say you've changed, because you have. You don't bleed out your heart into careless hands anymore. You don't explain yourself to ears that never listen. You live with purpose, with clarity, with silence that speaks louder than any shout. You don't chase, you attract. You don't beg, you build. And in that shift, you stop being an option. You become the standard, the anchor, the example. You are the shift.